Today, I'm going to show you how to make these super easy square knot friendship bracelets. For this tutorial, you're going to need embroidery floss or craft string and something to attach your bracelet to. I'm going to be using this foam macrame board and T-pins, which work really well for this bracelet, and I'll show you why in a minute, but they're not required to make it. Since a regular square knot uses 2 outer cords to do all the tying, it doesn't matter what color the 2 inner strings are because you won't see them except in the braided ends. For this bracelet, you're going to need 2 outer cords that measure 42 inches or 106 centimeters each, and 2 inner cords that measure 20 inches or 51 centimeters each. Now I'm going to show you the different variations you can make depending on which color strings you use. If you want to make a solid color bracelet including the braided ends, you will need to use 4 strands of the same color. If you want to make a solid colored bracelet with multicolored braided ends, your 2 outer cords will be one color and your 2 inner cords will be a different color. If you want to make a bracelet that's 2 colors, which is reversible depending on which side you like more, you'll use 2 different colors for the outer strings. And finally, if you want to make a gradient pattern like this one, you'll use 2 different strings for the outer cords. One of them will be from a skein like this that has the different colors in it, and the other one can be white or black or any other solid color. First, I'm going to take my 4 strands and line them up at the end and then tie a simple, loose, overhand knot about 4 to 5 inches from the end. Then I'm going to attach my strings to my workspace at the knot. With my setup, this means sticking a T-pin through the knot, and then I'm going to lay out my strings in the correct order, with the 2 longer strings on the outside and the 2 shorter strings in the middle. For this bracelet, I'm going to do white and pink, so I have 1 long pink string, 1 long white string, and 2 short white strings that won't be seen. Now, with my macrame board and T-pins, I found that it works really well to take these 2 short cords, slide them into the T-pin, stick the pin into the board, and then pull the strings tight through one of the notches at the bottom of the board. This makes it super easy to tie my square knots around the inner cords. If you don't have one, you could do something like this, where you attach your string at the top, and then you have your 2 middle strings laid over something small to prop them up, and then you tape them down afterward. Now that you have your bracelet secured, you're going to start tying square knots using the 2 outer cords. If you're not familiar with square knots, they go like this. Take 1 outer cord, bring it over the inner cords and behind the other outer cord. Take the other outer cord, bring it behind the inner cords, and over the other outer cord, and then pull the strings to tighten the knot. And then you're going to start on the other side, bring this pink cord over the inner cords, behind the white outer cord, bring the white one behind the inner cords, and over the pink cord. And then pull them to tighten the knot. You're just going to keep repeating square knots, going over, behind, behind, and over. Tighten, over, behind, behind, and over. Tighten. Make sure you're pulling your knot all the way up to cover the inner cords and try to keep a consistent tension with each knot. Keep repeating square knots for the length of about 6 inches. Once you finish your square knots, untie the knot at the top of your bracelet and braid the ends using a 3 or 4-way braid for about 3 inches and secure the braid with an overhand knot. Then flip your bracelet around, attach it to your workspace, and braid the other ends for about 3 inches. Then just trim your ends and you're done. And there you have your square knot friendship bracelet. If you made it with 2 colors, you can see that it's reversible. If you liked this tutorial, I would appreciate you giving it a like. If you have any questions or suggestions for tutorials, go ahead and comment them down below. And be sure to subscribe for more craft tutorials.